Good day from bookmarktutoring.com. Today we're going to be discussing algebra for fashion designers. Actually, it's Dreamweaver for fashion designers too. What we have up here is a Dreamweaver screen, and what we wanted to do was center the image in the page for our new book, Algebra for Fashion Designers. Yeah, this is all sponsored by bookmarktutoring.com. But anyway, let's look at a preview here and see this thing work. There we go. Algebra for fashion designers. All right, there we have our little fashion design, all composed at Bookmark Tutoring. And we put a number of our things here, various different fashion. This is Roman fashion. But at any rate, algebra for fashion design is about using algebraic functions to inspire us to draw fashion. Often fashion designers look to birds and animals and flowers to get some inspiration. But what you find out is that algebra, the functions of algebra, are also functions that are related to the graphical design or the secrets of life. Oddly enough, algebra functions duplicate the process of graphic design in living animals. Okay, so we have this here. But our first goal here was to center this. And we did a good job. This is well documented over the internet about centering it. However, it can pose a lot of problems for the beginner as to how to center an image. Let's look here. All right, we'll show you how it's done. Here is the Dreamweaver interface. Here we press code. Okay, there's the code. And what we did here is we first created a class, center page 1. All right. And center page 1, basically all it does, it sets the margin to auto, the position to absolute. We had to change this top pixel to 300 pixels because we wanted text at the top. Everything else is set to 0. If you kind of want to move it up and down, you have to use the top parameter here. Okay, that's our style thing for our CSS segment. And here is our absolute picture here. This is the picture we have here. Algebra for fashion designers. Okay, notice it says here ABA bottom. I must have gave it a special attribute. I hadn't noticed that. But let's see. I don't know why I gave it that. But at any rate, we use this class center page. And that aligns it. Okay, so let's say we are going to take this out. Let's take our center page out here and see what happens. And take that out. Control X. Okay, and let's preview it in our browser. Alright, it says save changes. Alright, and notice we're no longer centered. Alright, so well, yeah, that's true. Alright, so let's look at here again, and let's go back to design mode. Okay, and let's try to center it using what we might think to do is going down here. Okay, align absolute bottom. Notice it says align bottom. We can say absolute middle. Okay. And we think, oh, we don't have to change any code. We've aligned that. So let's preview that. You always have to save it first in Dreamweaver. Save changes. And notice it just doesn't work. Alright, so yeah, it just doesn't work, so it's not so great. There's probably other options we can probably take. Absolute middle, baseline, absolute bottom. But at any rate, we must have hit this absolute bottom here before. But at any rate, see, so it doesn't work when we do that. So there's another alternative you can use to centering, and that is tables. Let's type something here. But that is tables. But tables are not considered the best way to do it, even though they do work fine. It's just a little bit convoluted. So the trick here is, let's look at our code again, is to define a class. And we can put it at the end of our style. If you're not familiar with style sheets, they always begin with, this is inline style. This is the style section. It tells us how to style each section. Okay, you put in anything named center page will be styled with this. So we can center lots of different things with this center thing. And the trick here is make margin auto. And the pixel thing's 0. But at any rate, I don't think it really matters. Okay, so now that we fix that, we can go back here. All right, so there we go. There's our image. And we shrunk it down. It says absolute middle. I imagine we could probably change that, but this is key here. The class is center page. So once you have all that, well, I look back up here, and so you guys can kind of type it down. Or you can actually go look at the web page. We're going to load it up in a second, and then you can look at that code there. So let's preview it now again. Oops. File, preview in browser. Dreamweaver always asks if you need to save it. Okay, so it does look like it's working. Okay, so what we're going to do now is upload it to our internet, and we can have a look at it there. Let's see, where's my uploads? File manager. Alright, so we're going to upload, add a file. And where are we? We are at tutoring content development. Yep, that's not one. I'm going to go hit recent places. Okay, there we are. It's plain difficult to get, but it will stop. Okay, so, alright, and we'll do date modified because that's what we're doing. Algebra for fashion designers, let's load up that one. I'm using GoDaddy Go, by the way. Okay, so it just loaded it up. This has improved quite a bit over the last thing, so they look like they are making an effort to make things work in a top-notch fashion. It said uploaded down there. Okay, let's upload another file, and I believe we just want to look at it by name or by type. There's type, and it's going to be a JPEG. So let's go down there. Flash, GIF. We get a lot of files here. I think it was called composition. Let's take a look. What's the file name here? You always got to be careful how you set these things up too. Yeah. Excuse me. Alright, looks like we're somewhere around here. I know we're just... Oh, there it is. Perspective Composition JPEG. Notice how I'm putting this in the root directories here. Alright, so let's go back to our file manager. Perspective. Composition JPEG. Okay, it looks like that. And we're going to open it up. And it looks like it's uploaded. Alright, so it's loading, it says. Sometimes you get an error on this stuff, then you have to upload it again. But at any rate, let's go back to design view here, and we're going to save it just to save it again because we want to get the name here. So we can look at it. Okay, and then we're just going to hit cancel. We just copied that name. Alright, and so we're going to go to the file manager and we're going to hit bookmark tutoring and see if we're working. Okay, going to bookmark tutoring main page. Okay, and then we got to put in our HTML. We just paste it in. There we are, live and online in just a few little times. Alright, so there we are. We can always be contacted. You know, something what we forgot, which is also critical, is our address and phone number. But at any rate, you can find that on our main page, bookmark tutoring, and we're going to fix this later. And we're running at 11 minutes. Let's see. So that's a problem we actually had because it made that stuff disappear. Let's go look at Dreamweaver. That's the thing about, you notice that it says that there? And go, why did we not do that? I think what the problem was, code. Let's look at our code. And I think what the problem is we made that top margin too small. I'm going to add a 200 more pixels, which is a couple inches. Save. File. Preview. And there we go. Tutoring cell text hotline. So that's our hotline. In case you got a problem. Alright, so that looks like what we got here. So we're going to have to go back over to GoDaddy Go and upload it. If we can ever find it again. Oh, there we go. Upload, add file. It's not so bad here. And we're at perspective. And HTML files, Flash files. As you can see, we do a lot of files here. JPEG file, we got to go down to perspective. We don't want that, we want it. Let's just go date modified. Some of you probably caught that. We modified the file, not the image. And we got to upload this one again. Open. Okay, it probably is loaded by now. Let's see if we can see the difference here. And that's not the exact file. It's always. Let me see. We're actually looking. We're not looking at bookmark. I'm just going to type bookmark back in there again. Book. And I think this. Oops. Algebra for Fast. There we go. And there we have it. It's all complete. So that's all I have to say for now. That's our limit. We don't go more than 15 minutes. But you have a nice day. And there we are. Bookmark tutoring. We do everything. It's tough. Okay. Bye.